Today, we're in Mount Airy, North Carolina, better known as Mayberry, checking out a place that's been serving hot dogs, cheeseburgers, and homemade ice cream since 1954. This is the Dairy Center. So we're here today with Freddie Hyatt, owner and operator of the Dairy Center. Freddie, tell us a little bit about the history of this place and what makes it so special.
Well, Travis, the place started in 1954 with the initial owner being Gene Fleming, who was here for 40 years. He is the creator and the originator of the ground steak sandwich as far as the Dairy Center is concerned. And I was able to take it over after 40 years, and I've been here almost 30 myself. And we did the same thing that Gene did. We're creatures of habit, as we all know, most of us, and we did the same thing for the past 30 years. We're very fortunate to have customers come in that are consistently here day in and day out, week to week, month to month, and year to year. So it's been around, it's well known, great customer base. Tourists, we see a lot of tourists come through. I have over the past 10 years. That side of the business has really grown. Things are good and we're solid. Things are really nice.
Okay, so for us that don't really know what ground steak is, say you're from out of town, you know, it's a very regional dish.
It is.
This is.
It is.
Tell us what ground steak is. So well, that's kind of a foreign thing, you know?
It is. You hear a lot of people make different references to it. As you've heard, loose meat sandwich, similar to sloppy joes, things like that. But a ground steak sandwich basically is just a hamburger, which is boiled, okay? We drain the excess grease off of it, and we add salt, pepper, and flour. Flour obviously giving it a tighter texture. We dress it as a sandwich with mayonnaise, slaw, and tomato. Onions if preferred. Chili, as you know, if preferred as well. So, but it's basically just a hamburger. You can use ground chuck, hamburger, whatever grade of hamburger or meat you'd like to use. Boil it or fry it. There's multiple ways, but we here at the Dairy Center do it by boiling it, draining the excess water off of it and grease, salt, pepper, flour, letting it rest a brief bit, and it's ready to serve. One of the unique things about the hot dogs are the Jesse Jones hot dogs. We've used them, like I said, for 70 years, but we also have our own slaw and chili, which we make here. It's a homemade slaw and chili. Very sweet. It complements the hot dogs as well as the ground steak and other sandwiches. So I'm sort of a creature of habit. It worked for him for 40 years, so there's no reason why it shouldn't work for me if I'm here 40 years, you know? But yeah, that's all the way. It's like I said, mustard, slaw. We put the chili and onions, just like such. And Pete, if you haven't tried the chili, if you like hot dogs, it makes a really, really nice hot dog.
I have a ground steak sandwich, and I get mine with tomato, slaw, and mustard.
You were telling me earlier that you actually serve ground steak for breakfast?
I do. I have a lot of customers have a ground steak, egg. They'll have cheese. They'll have mayonnaise, tomato on it. We'll do ground steak omelets, which will have onions, cheese. It's served in many, many ways.
Well, the food is always good. The service is always great.
So we talked about savory, but now we're going to talk about sweet.
Absolutely.
You make homemade ice cream, and you make a delicious banana split. Tell us a little bit about it.
We make everything here. We do a butter pecan, we do a pineapple coconut, we do a Oreo cookie, we do a banana pudding. A lot of people have never heard of banana pudding ice cream. They eat banana pudding, but we do a banana pudding ice cream that's to die for.
All right, so this is the world famous ground steak sandwich here at the Dairy Center. Freddie, we got to thank you for the hospitality that you've given us today, making us feel welcome and serving up this delicious food. And I tell you what, that looks lip smacking good right there.
I'm sure it is, Travis.
So we'll bite into this thing. We'll see how it is, see what we think. Oh yeah, the messier the better. I can tell you that.
The better, Travis. Yeah.
Now that's good. That is really good stuff right there.
I tend to agree with you.
I can tell that you cook from the heart. Anything that you put yourself into, you cook from the heart.
You're absolutely right. A lot of love, like we said a long time ago, you know. And I want to thank you guys for coming. You know, it means a whole lot. We really appreciate you coming and spending time with us. I hope everybody gets the opportunity to see what's going on and takes time to visit.
Absolutely, they should come. And any food that you get here is going to be delicious. It's going to be great.
customers make this business. We can't be here without them.
We're all family.
We're all family. That's the way we look at it. So.
Well, we appreciate you having us. And folks, if you're interested in learning more about the Dairy Center and other folks that are on the Brown State Trail, make sure you visit thebrownstatetrail.org, where you'll find all kinds of restaurants here in Mount Airy, North Carolina that serve up this delicious dish. We'll see you next time.
Tasty Travels is brought to you by the Surry County Tourism Development Authority and by encouraging Surry County to buy local, and by viewers like you. Thank you. For more information, visit YadkinValleyNC.com.